This is Phase Ed Music.
UCAR?
Yep.
Thank you, lovely Tina. I can't hear her. She said. There you go. You should be able to share it now there, Eric.
Can you hear me?
A little bit. You got to pull it a little in. Hopefully everybody can see you. We got the table a little crossed up. I don't even have my notepad in front of me. And it's empty. It's all up here. This is my notepad.
Are we live?
We're live, baby.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Turn Left Podcast, episode 91. I'm here with very special guests, Eric Morris and Chet Morris, driver of the 66 Latemodel at Shenandoah and really everywhere. You've been racing all kinds of places, haven't you?
That's true. Just about everywhere.
Cool. We did quick mic checks, so if we are too quiet or if one of them are too quiet, don't be afraid to let me know, and I'll turn them up, I'll crank them up. How you doing, Eric? How you feeling?
Good. Wonderful.
Good. All right, so I got a bunch of things. Oh.
That's me.
Whew, scared me.
It's fixed.
That's okay. When I do it, it's a lot more embarrassing because it's like my 90th time, and I still do it. So, either way, did you get it shared?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. What's up, Jack Dodson, my arch nemesis? Thanks for watching, buddy. Everybody go check out Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News page with Scott Allen, I think it is. I always give him a hard time. Thank you guys for joining us all the way from Luray, right near Luray Caverns, maybe?
5 miles.
5 miles.
Yep.
3 miles. Okay. Well, it's a country mile. 4 country miles?
Right.
Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for joining us. I'll give the TKG Construction and Sarah K Speed Shots a little shout out in the middle of the episode. But shout out to them. This episode is brought to you by TKG Construction, Sarah K Speed Shots. Michael Wilson, what's up, buddy? All right, so I want to start off with a couple things. You are now driving the 66 Latemodel. A couple years ago, you were driving UCARS at Shenandoah. Tell me, how did this even start? Because driving late models and stuff was always my dream, and here you are living it up, my dream, and I'm offended, and I'm proud of you, actually. But how did that even happen? How did that come about?
It's a long way from a late model.
Yes, it's an
Looks
old.
like one.
It does, but
That's how we roll. It looks like one.
underneath it's pretty old. It's an old stock car products 3-link Camaro clip. So, actually,
Chet drives it like a late model, though.
I try to. Pretty much a family friend of ours. He's had it since like 2012, and I grew up around that car forever. And he wanted to get rid of it. It's been sitting for a while, and he kind of gave me a deal I couldn't refuse. So,
Do you need to name drop him? Who is this?
R.J. Judd, like another uncle to me.
Didn't plan this mid-season or anything either. This came mid-season.
I was actually on a beach trip with my friends, and Dad was going to sell it for him. And I came home, and it was sitting there in the driveway, and I was like, I don't know. I kind of need to have that. So.
And you had the means already, or did you have to set up a payment plan? How does that work?
A little bit of a payment plan, but
Okay.
I think the comment really was it was in the garage, and I was going to do some work to it before I sold it. And I came out one night, and Chet was in the garage, and he said, like he said, he was around that car since he was like 7 or 8
Pull
years
that mic
old.
in a little bit.
Since he was about 7
You
or
can
8 years
swivel
old.
it. Yeah, pull it in. Yeah, you got it.
So Cheddar, I come out in the garage, and he's like, "This car smells like my childhood."
What does that mean? Do you used to drive late models, or?
No, that car just was. He was around it a lot.
Okay.
From our family friend, and I used to crew on that car, and
Yeah.
so we had a lot of history with it. So
All right. So you decided to buy it, and now you are pretty much racing late models, or isn't that what they call them? I mean, you
sportsman, they call it.
Sportsman.
Would
Would that be comparable to
Virginia
like?
racer.
Okay. Have you been to Dominion yet?
maybe plans to next year. They had that like Dominion Sunday race this year that Chris Phillips put on. That was pretty cool. They had some Virginia racers there. We did surprisingly okay for that old thing, but I definitely want to go to Dominion next year and see how that is.
Yeah. Yeah, because you were doing pretty well. Something happened. You had a mechanical failure, didn't you, right before the race?
We were fighting problems all day, but I was impatient. I think I got in got into another car a little too soon, so it happens. But
What you wrecked into another car, or you?
he pinched me off. I came up. It was a racing deal, like lap 5. But
Okay. What's up, Michael Rogers? Thank you all for liking and sharing the video. It means a lot. What's up, James Garrett? All right, and did you, Eric? I talked to Eric, just to change subjects a little bit here. Did you want to open the show with the hot sauce or close the show with the hot sauce?
how hot is it?
Let's find out.
Not that bad.
I don't know if I'll be able to talk
Yeah.
after the house.
Well, he's been quiet so far. What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll do it at the end.
All right.
You get a little bit more liquid courage in you.
Yeah.
More Pepsis. All right. We'll wait till the end. So either way, you're pretty much. I thought he said stop. Can't remember because I thought he said sup, but I thought he said stop. Like, don't do that sauce. It's like I made him do it. But all right. So you're racing the sportsman division pretty much at Shenandoah. You've got a few wins in that division, don't you?
Yeah. I think maybe 2 or 3 this past year. We're just trying to grow the class there right now. I think last year the most we had was like 9 or 10, but
That's pretty good.
Yeah, each year Shenandoah's we're just trying to build it up. So
Yeah. It's a long ways away
yeah, we're
for
getting there.
for a lot of people, not for y'all, obviously.
We're 10 miles.
Yeah.
It's home.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the same thing. You were talking about Southside Speedway for me, and it's a shame to see it go. Like I'm literally a couple miles from there. You know what I mean? Did you pass it on the way in?
We did.
Yeah. Did you cry a little bit?
No.
Okay. Can everybody see Eric too? By the way, hopefully everybody can see Eric. No, he's fine. It goes wider than what we can see. It's
Yeah, it
just
looks better.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right, and so you raced what, Eric? How did y'all get into racing in general? Are you commenting back to the fans right now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Stay with me, Eric.
All right.
Yeah, get off that.
I'll tell you what they're saying.
All
What's up,
right.
Jesse Jones?
Dang.
All right. I always liked racing. Didn't have a racing dad, and no one really into it. And so even went to Old Dominion growing up here and there. Loved it. Loved watching. And when we went to Shenandoah opening night, I went there with my friend R.J. Judd, who that Chet's talking about.
Yeah.
We got that car from. And I can almost remember it now. He and I were up at the wall, and we watched the UCARS on the very first night, and it was really crowded then. And he and I were like, we can do this.
Yeah.
And we looked at it, and we figured it out, bought a car from somebody that was already ready so we could get going quick. And, man, what a learning curve it's been since then.
Oh yeah. How long ago was that now? 10
That
years?
was 2006.
Oh wow, 15 years.
Yeah.
Chet was
so
3 months old.
Just
yeah.
about.
So really the first 10 years, like I didn't miss many races at Shenandoah. Raced UCARS there a lot. And Shenandoah really changed. It started off really kind of wild and rowdy, and then it settled down, and through the years it really became more of the most family track around.
Yeah.
There's no, never any issues, no security there,
Yeah.
no trouble. I liked it once it settled down, became family, and that's when I got Chet involved in it.
In the pits and all.
Yep, and so he was always around with RJ and watching, and so I had sold my car for a while and was just crewing with RJ, and then kind of got back into it.
Sold your UCAR.
Yep.
Which was what kind of car at the time?
Cavalier sold
okay.
to Andrew Condry.
Andrew Condry,
Okay, yeah.
who's another whole great success story.
Mm-hmm. So then you got another one, and then you got another one.
Bought the same one back.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Bought it back from him.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Couldn't take it.
And
Couldn't
when
take
did,
it.
because some people might find this fascinating, because this is when I started knowing y'all and became friends with y'all on Facebook and stuff like that. How old were you when you started actually racing? Granted, it wasn't a stacked division or anything like that, but still, you were in a car driving around as fast as you could with walls and, you know what I mean?
I think my first race was when I was 10 in the UCAR. I think one of my first...
No, I think
crazy.
it was 9.
9 years old.
I think one of my first big races, I think it was the night that Bud won.
No, you had some races before that, but that was a big one.
It was one I raced Michelle. It was like one of the first times I ever raced
Yeah,
Michelle.
you're right.
And there was a big field of UCARs.
I pretty much threw him to the dogs. It was a time at Shenandoah when it was getting kind of calmer, and there was a few years there where it was less people and pretty respectful. Really, some of my most fun years at Shenandoah when Steve Brady and Chris Harmon ran regularly. Steve Brady was a champion that year and ran with Cheddar his first year.
Sorry, keep going.
So it was a good time for kids to get involved in it, and still is at Shenandoah especially. That's a great place. A big, wide open track. And,
it is.
You can stay out of the way. I mean, Jeff will tell you if you're in the way or causing trouble. And if you're not, he'll let you go.
It's not an easy track to be good at, but it's an easy track to learn at because it's so wide.
Yeah.
And wide open.
Easy to stay out of the way. And right now when there's not big car counts, it's perfect for kids.
No, I agree. All right, let's get to more of the juicier stuff. What about Jesse Jones said first time I raced with Chet, Eric came up to me and told me not to hold back. He said that, I won't say what he said, you said.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Do y'all ever, because y'all travel a lot, you were doing dirt cars for a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
That was a blast. I like that street stock class on dirt, like with the 8-inch tires, and it's just, I remember at Hagerstown they had like the small car nationals, and that was one of our favorite places we ran, and they had 26 cars, just about whenever they had the big races at the end of the year, and that was always a blast.
The hype and the big events, that's so much fun.
It's like part of Southside. That was why it was so hype,
That's something we really
big
miss.
Classes and a lot
I
of
love
fans.
the 2-day event, the challenge of getting through the first to make it to the second.
Yeah. We went to a cool track in Pennsylvania, Path Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were passing horses and buggies to the racetrack.
Really?
So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Wow. So what would you say you like the most out of UCAR, limited late model, dirt, street stocks? Y'all do a little bit of vintage racing. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
I like the late model, but it's hard to beat those. I wish we still had like a little street stock we could bounce
play around with.
in.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to beat when you're 30 cars sideways, 3 wide. That was a blast.
I wish we could afford to keep one of everything.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be the one.
I'm excited to race with that some more. Just like you said, we hadn't had many big fields at Shenandoah yet in the Sportsman. So maybe next year at the Virginia Racers, just
maybe the late model.
Yeah.
All right. I had to answer it for him.
Yeah.
What about you? You do some vintage. You did some UCAR. You've raced a dirt. Didn't you race one of the dirt races?
No.
No. Just the you haven't raced the limited late model either.
Nope.
Okay, just the truck and just the UCAR and the Chevrolet, the Bel Air.
Nope. They don't let me drive some of the nicer cars.
Okay. Even though you build them.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like on the asphalt, the car really drives itself, especially the truck. That thing just goes around really easy.
Yeah.
Handles well.
Yeah.
It sticks. Like every time you keep pushing a little harder, you don't have to worry about it. But on the dirt, it's a whole lot different. So I had so much fun this year driving the truck on the dirt and racing myself.
Yeah.
And man, I spun out a lot.
A recent win you had was a bus you won in. There was a bus race. Tell me about
I'm
that.
a star for that.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Was that as fun as it looks, or was it after
really
a couple
was.
laps? It was.
I got to thank Langley Austin for having us down for that. Chet and I have been traveling down there for years. Mm-hmm. That's another fun place we like going to. So he had asked us to come down. I painted buses and got them ready. And wow, going 50 miles an hour in a bus feels like 100 on a track.
Yeah.
And same thing where I just, we kind of threw it, got out there without much practice and started going around. I'm really nervous, and you keep driving a little harder and harder, and the first few laps we kind of stayed close to goof around, but then by the end it came a real race.
Yeah.
And
the tires are like 100
the other
years old.
bus was maybe 200.
Yeah.
And the other bus was really faster, and so we knew that, and we knew the guy driving it. So Cheddar, every time we would come around, is blocking him, and so I'm getting a little bit further away, and it became a race where I was just running and running, and with a couple to go, I got spun around last lap. And
Bye.
Not by Chet.
My bus, something's wrong.
Who's fun?
Or had a governor. The track owner, promoter owns all 3 buses.
Uh-huh.
Has a couple more coming.
I think it was his brother.
Yep,
Yep.
it was his brother driving.
Okay.
So the funny thing is I don't know that you could turn the bus around on Franklin County Speedway, as narrow as it is,
Yeah.
except for being spun around.
Yes.
So instantly, I'm like, let's go. And I had to unbuckle to get to the shifter because I'd kind of had it in gear and was in tight before
Yeah.
with my feet on the brakes. So I start going reverse and just go, and I actually had to do a whole lap in reverse.
Oh, really?
And Chet came around and goes through the dirt and was thinking he won and was about to claim victory lane or the checkered flag, and then they corrected him because he had gone 2 laps down and only made 1 up. So I was even surprised. I was like, wait, I win?
Yeah. Nice.
And then, of course, I just went nuts.
But you got second
Yeah, the other bus, it messed up that bus pretty good.
when you spun around.
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
ripped the whole front end off almost, tire and all. So.
Oh, wow. Where do they? Are they just take them to the scrapyard, or how does it?
They're going to keep them going, I think, and
Yeah.
work on them. A couple more coming.
Yeah.
It was good. The fans really liked that one.
How did they pick who drives those? Was it your idea?
It was like a ping pong draw.
Okay. All right.
Pill draw, straws.
I'm not as interested in driving a bus. I'm just curious. I'm sure I know a few people that would be.
It got a lot of interest.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all ever fight about racing? You ever seen your dad mad or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, like, towards me after a race, no. We've always been pretty cool about it. When does he get mad?
When does he get the maddest? We know he gets mad.
Other people.
He
we've
cut-
had-
Restarts. When I don't get a good restart. That's about it. So does Mom. My mom will get mad if I don't get
Really?
on the restart.
Mom's
Yeah.
pretty quiet at the track, but just like the baseball games in Little League, as soon as the door shuts, she's just like,
Is she wearing radios and everything too?
Um,
I don't know if she's mad like she's
Occasionally.
cussing you out over the
no.
after the race. She'll tell you.
yeah,
she's
after
mad.
the
No.
race, I'll
Okay.
get it.
Okay.
Mom's more likely to be up high in her perch with a cocktail and sunglasses, just watching.
Yeah. I don't blame her.
Chet and I always have good rapport. We get along well at the track.
At home, maybe a little different.
Yeah, our arguments are in the garage and working on the stuff.
Just mostly mechanical arguments.
Yeah, or
Michael Rogers said he can't hear it right now. Is that just him or is that
me.
everybody?
Can't hear me.
No, he said I can't hear the podcast currently, but hope to see y'all next season.
Michael Rogers, late model champion.
It worked on your phone earlier. That's how I know it's kind of working. Anyway, nobody said that it wasn't working, so I'm sure that they would have let us know by now. What did you say again, chat?
What is it?
Yeah,
It's working.
it's working. All right, sorry.
Can I hear
TJ said
myself?
I can hear fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can all hear the double over though.
TJ said I can hear fine.
Yeah.
All right, calm down.
The what were you talking about, chat? A second ago.
Moms. We got to give a shout out to Mom.
Yeah.
Did she see your neck? What happened
I
there?
don't think that's what we're
Oh,
doing.
that's a birthmark.
Oh, okay, good.
But I get asked about that a lot.
I was wondering. I was like, man,
Yeah.
good thing you're sitting on that side of the table, dude. Grandma would have been blasting you. All right. 2 class acts, says Beaver.
Oh, Beeve.
That's an
Beaver.
old basketball coach.
I started
Oh, yeah?
racing with
Yep.
Beeve back in the day at Shenandoah, and that was when it was really rough.
When it was in the rough times of Shenandoah?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by that? What was there just a
There
lot
was
of cars?
just a lot of cars,
animosity?
and it was not a place for kids. Everyone was really hard on each other. A lot of spinning each other out, wrecking. You know, there wasn't
Why is
much
that, do you think?
respect. I don't know. It was the track was new, and I think just everyone was really excited and just got crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day, like, they had a street stock class and everything. It didn't have the ton of cars, but I know Mike Gano and Jim Loving and, a bunch of guys. And then my brother even went all the way there once and it started pouring down rain as soon as he got there. He had to drive all the way back, trailer and all.
Ouch.
Yes.
See, I remember those days from way back, and a lot of times we didn't really have a street stock class, but the Southside people would come, and so that was
That's
a lot of times what started it or brought it.
Mm-hmm.
The school buses. There was a couple buses that used to come then towing cars, or they had
Oh, really?
cars up in it, like old haulers. Yeah.
Wow. Get to the good stuff. VVR. Yeah, tell me a little
Who
bit about
says
when this
that?
started. David Lyles.
Oh. Old Loud.
What do you want to know?
What got you interested in it, and where did it didn't start with you? There was already, or did it?
It did. My thing did. We built the truck,
Yeah.
right, to go vintage racing. Really wanted to get into it to have some fun. We started going, and there's various vintage clubs around. We built it pretty much to the ground pounder rules. Went to a ground pounder race. Then we went. That was at Ace, the first one.
Ace in North Carolina.
Yep. Then we went up to Winchester and raced with Chris and them up there.
He said the mic is blocking your face, and I forgot to turn a light on.
Well, I like being incognito.
There you go.
Long story short, it didn't work out with us and the ground pounders. I guess we just didn't feel welcome. Without getting into a bunch of details, I don't know. There was an incident at Shenandoah. I didn't like the way it went down. Didn't feel like we were treated fairly. I tried to handle it professionally. So we're not allowed to race with them anymore. And so
What happened?
that's how
Can
we
you talk
started
about
our own thing.
What happened?
Cheddar. Well, you're the
I'll
one
put
that
me on the
was.
spot.
You were in the
Nice.
incident.
What do you want me to say?
Tell me what
Tell me
happened.
what happened.
I asked y'all before this was anything I
There-
can't ask about, and you said no.
Well,
I'll tell you how the wreck happened.
There was a wreck.
There was a wreck.
Okay.
Yes. It was a faster car that was behind us, and then it was me and Sparky has the yellow Chevy 2 Nova.
Okay.
You may have seen.
Yeah.
it was blue then.
It was blue then, yeah, but same one. But we were side by side. There was some slower cars in front of us. Eventually, Sparky got around me.
This is lap 5 or something. And I'm watching the race, and Cheddar's racing his hero. They're a couple laps door to door.
Yeah.
Sparky was probably faster, could
I
have pulled
think
away.
he was playing with me there for a second, but once a faster car came up behind me,
Dude stuffed it in 3 wide.
Tell me what
I'm going
happened.
to tell you what happened. The dude
Yes.
stuffed it in 3 wide.
yeah,
And on like lap 5, and I saw Chet going down the backstretch, see the guy pass him, and I know Cheddar. He's very careful. He didn't want to tear up my shit.
Yeah.
I see Cheddar lift, and the truck even backs up a little bit.
Whoa, dude, no cussing on here.
I know, sorry.
Just kidding. No, light them
So,
up. I don't care.
My mom's probably watching.
I was joking. Sorry to even interrupt the story. I
So-
always do. I interrupt
I
right in the
know.
middle, and then they're like,
So-
"What was I talking about?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Shit, I'm the worst
So I
podcast
see
host ever."
Cheddar lift, and sure enough, they all go into turn 3 and pile up and wreck, and Sparky's right there. Brand new, beautiful cars, totaled. And so after that, everybody is mad and yelling, and in Victory Lane,
Got Chet?
the guy who stuck it 3 wide has a reputation for doing that in the past, and everyone was always kind of weary, and that's probably why Chet lifted. We're like, oh, here he comes.
Yeah.
And
Laos said Greg Butcher.
there it is.
There-
I mean,
that's
I
the
don't want to
name.
name drop, but I mean,
You
I'm
did.
just
David Lyles
we're
did.
talking it like it is, and so Chet backs out. The guy comes in,
Oh, I know
goes
Greg, and I don't like him.
goes back out. He wins the race, and after that, there's some
fast.
stuff, and Sparky's mad, and Mac Tatum is texting Sparky saying, "Dude had a tire going down. People saw it behind him. Chet's the first one behind him, like right there, lifted." I'm fuming mad during the whole thing, and people are like face to face, nose to nose. Mac tells Cheddar,
But it's mostly between Sparky and Greg.
should be.
But you're watching out for your boy Sparky.
I'm not
But you're-
getting involved. I don't like the drama.
I was right
We're
there.
parked right next door.
Okay.
We're
You
parked.
sounded
next-
involved a second ago when
next
you said
to,
everybody was.
We're parked next to Greg Butcher,
Yeah.
and so I don't want to get involved. I'm trying to avoid it, and so Mac tells Cheddar. Cheddar comes back and he's like, "Mac told me not to post anything on Facebook till the board approves." Or maybe not word for word. Could be
Just
because
about.
when we had words, he told me different. I had it wrong worded, but that's basically it. And I've told Cheddar, like, you turn your back, everything's on Facebook. So anyways.
It was on Facebook Live. The whole thing was posted as soon as it was done.
So even because I do get furious at the track and everything, and we're parked next to Greg Butcher, and so I feel like I did good that night because I was fuming.
You even moved the trailer.
That's what I was going to say. I'd get in the truck and trailer like half loaded and move over to turn 2.
Okay.
Just because I'm going to get away from everybody.
Just trying to leave the
and we cool
drama
out. That's right. So a day or two goes by. Monday morning, I sent them all an email about what happened or a text, the board, and try to play it professional. It just didn't go well. And that was pretty much the end of us. So we're blackballed. And
y'all and Sparky, or just y'all?
No, Sparky's allowed to. He didn't.
So why just y'all? What did y'all?
I don't know. It was the way I spoke to them.
So you cussed him out?
No, I did not cuss them out. I was very professional about it. I just told them I didn't like the way it went down.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think it was good, and blah, blah, blah. And
they didn't like hearing it.
Right. And so at that point, we got the nice truck and really nowhere to go. So I talked to Langley, and a lot of other people was wanting, other vintage guys in the area that were wanting to go to Franklin County. So we rounded up a handful, and off we went. And I never really thought I was going to go this much into it, but it keeps growing, and people giving me a lot of support. So
y'all have a pretty decent car count.
We've had them getting better.
What's the highest amount of cars you've had?
15, 14.
Yeah, maybe 15 show up, I think, but only 14 hit the track. That was at Shenandoah one day.
Yeah.
I just want to get this thing from blaring on the TV like that.
But I really feel like vintage racing is growing, and if we can get a lot of people that just don't care about rules and where they finish each week, and they just want to go out and have a good time, that's our goal.
Racing's not supposed to be about having a good time. It's supposed to be about winning, Eric.
It's been hard. Every week there's something someone's mad at me for, so that's been hard to get used to.
What are they getting mad at you for? That's why I don't understand. How do the people get mad at you? You seem like a nice guy.
I shouldn't say mad. One thing or another. You know, when you don't have many rules or you're semi in charge of things and you're the go-to guy, that's never an easy position.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, by even being friends with half the people, you piss off the other half of the people.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not half and half, but you know what I'm saying, like by a certain person and a certain person.
Yeah. So my goal is just for us to have fun, be able to go some different places. I don't have big dreams of going far. I want to keep us in the state and close. I think this year we're going to get with the Winchester guy and kind of combine and run races with him too, and help him and get some people.
You should try to get out to Southside Speedway.
Play on the dirt. Yeah,
Too soon for that joke?
We would like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, I was going to ask you who your heroes are, but with the story on the table here, who are your rivals? With the Greg that lives up to his number, he's a big 0. Would he be one of your rivals, considering? I mean, you can't even race against him anymore, but
I don't feel like I personally
you can egg his
have
truck
any
out in the parking lot
right now. And I'm trying to put the whole drama thing behind us, and I hope everybody else does.
That's not what this show's about. It's about to bring it back up.
Well, I know. And I really encourage everybody
I've already got Greg scheduled to come on the show next week.
I wish you'd come now.
I'm just kidding. Oh, UFC fight in the middle of the
Yeah.
studio. Yeah.
I encourage everybody to run with everybody. I really don't care. I just want everybody to have a good time. That's going to be tough, but that's my goal. I was talking to Bud about it last week when we were at the road race thing, and we were talking about vintage racing, and he was like, you got to just look at it like, nope, don't care about that, don't care about that, nope, don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's it. You got it. That's it.
Yeah.
And
It's almost
so-
like if you have a non-profit or like a volunteer group and everybody wants to talk shit. It's like, dude,
Right.
back off, dude. I'm doing this for y'all, and like,
Right.
it's not supposed to be a big job for me. Like, it's
Right.
supposed to be a hobby.
Right.
Right.
And everybody's got to laugh it off. Stuff's going to happen. So far, it's been really good. And even the drama that we've had has been really little, even though I'm making jokes about every week.
Oh, that's okay.
But I'm getting better, and it's been fun. I really think it's going to grow, too. I get messages all the time from different people. And I don't know. Our sport is dying. We need to keep the fun in it. And I'm trying to keep the money out of it and keep it cheap, you know. Make
Yeah.
it good for the fans. So...
Chucky Johnson said, dirt track guys miss the Morrises.
Oh,
Old Chucky.
Chucky.
He was at the
He was a road
He was
course guy on
Yep,
How was that?
Saturday.
Did you run or both y'all ran?
No, I didn't get to.
just me. That was pretty cool. I never run a road course.
What is this tomfoolery? You need to get behind the wheel every once in a while, don't you?
Yeah, I get my chance here and there.
Chet's like, he's driving home tonight. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
true.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Man, that number, that pink 40, went by me a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Um,
What were y'all driving? What kind of car was that?
Volkswagen
GTI, Rabbit. I cannot believe the UCARS, the way they scorched that road track.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, in the first 15 minutes or a couple laps, I thought, 6-hour race, those won't be here long.
I
And
know, they
man,
surprised me.
Me
They
too.
really did.
What, you just thought that they would break down?
I
or
thought
just...
the axles would never hold up, to be honest. That's what
Which
I was
one, the
thinking.
rear?
The front axles, the drive
I
axles.
think they
of
broke a
the
couple axles and-
UCARs. Yeah.
Did they? I know they popped a tire.
But that
Yeah.
was a lot of fun, and I would like to do that again or see that next year.
Yeah, that
Even
was
more
cool.
than bus racing.
I wanted to
I could
really
be
hard.
one and done on that, but I want to go road racing.
Yeah. Definitely. That would, and it's so long, too. I mean, me personally, I don't need that 6-hour bullshit. I just want a 50-lap road course race, one driver.
That's what I thought they were going to do, but I wasn't sure.
We need all of the above.
Yeah.
I like the endurance. I like getting to hang out and take that big break while everyone else is out there.
That's great and all, but 6 hours on a UCAR is hard.
Yeah.
Totally.
Not that a 50-lap shootout's going to be any easier because people are going to be bashing
Well,
the shit
I
out of each other,
agree. We've always, they're toys. Let's play with them. And
but it's just a lot to... I can guarantee there would have been more cars, which I'm surprised there wasn't anyway, but I can guarantee there would have been more cars if people didn't have to risk pretty much ruining their car just because of usage
Right.
and having to coordinate with 3 different drivers and all, that whole... Which I think Cameron and Doug, they did like Cameron and then Doug and then back to Cameron.
Yep.
Which is fine too, but that's a lot of driving for Cameron, so a lot of people that would have kept a lot of people away. And 2, just the, like I said, having to organize it with at least one other person to be there, and you know what I mean? Like I was at a wedding, so I couldn't have made it, but we were planning on doing something.
it was all thrown together kind of not last minute, but late season. So
Yeah.
I heard somewhere through the grapevine they were going to try to do that twice next year.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I like how I saw one comment that was like, real racers always find a way to race. It's like, it's December. It's not race season. I've got a wedding that's, you know what I mean? Like, I know that what they're speaking to is the mass majority of people that might not have had anything to do and just didn't want to or was worried about their car. She wasn't talking directly to me that was literally in a wedding that weekend, but still, it like came off as no. I mean, I find a way if I'm racing a season for points and for championships and for sponsors. Yes, I do find a way to race. But your weird December 6-hour race where I've got to bust my car to pieces, not even mine, I don't even have a car, and then spend 2-hour segments with 2 other drivers and organize all that. There's plenty of ways to find out how not to race that race, even when you don't have a wedding, right? You know what I mean? Like a car owner could be like, I'm not taking that risk on my car. I know everybody wants to go do this. I don't know what happened with Ronnie and all them, but they didn't show up. So I don't know what the situation with that was. I had another buddy that was thinking about doing it, but me and my brother couldn't do it. So there went 2 of his drivers. So it's easier when a guy that owns a car can go to a racetrack, race 50 laps or even 100 laps, take his car and go home. Or even if it's somebody else driving
For sure.
you know what I mean? Like, rather than organizing that whole thing and then, like, you're practicing frickin'
Yeah.
driver change-outs for the entire week. Like, we don't need all this.
There's also different levels of
This is too-
cars. Is
too
your
much.
UCAR a championship car where you are going to leave it on stands and you're not taking it down there for that stupid abuse? Or is it a beater and a cheaper car that, like, I just want to make sure I get the maximum fund out?
I don't think that would have prevented me from doing
And
it.
it's full send, and if it's running, like, let's go.
I'm mostly just worried about the tires, the brakes, and the engine. Maybe the transmission. But as far as the car itself, like if you see it, and we never even did that, even with the 87, we never left it up on jack stands. Like,
It really is long, though. And
I
I'm
hate
with
all
you for
that.
the
They're like,
shorter
we don't want
race.
the
I would
springs
love
to
see
compress
that.
Yeah.
a millimeter over. It's
And-
like,
Speaking of Dominion, we are taking the vintage guys to Dominion twice next year. I'm really excited about that.
how fast do you take both cars, the truck and the Chevrolet?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Chet decided for you. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we're doing
I'm
it.
hoping we can get Joe Price or Michelle back in the saddle this year, and they've been busy having babies and being sick, and I don't know how
Got
Joe
9
does
kids
it.
now. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joe is a madman with
Just
his
kidding, guys.
business.
And
I
he
don't
just
know
built
how he has any time.
I don't know.
What were you gonna say, Chet?
I think they just built that preschool, Joe.
Yeah,
Something. I don't know.
that's another thing.
What?
They're building like a little preschool behind the house.
Just for themselves? They got so many kids.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just,
So I
sorry,
think
guys.
Michelle's going to teach in there.
Yeah.
Some home
She was a
daycare,
teacher anyway,
homeschooling.
too, wasn't
Yep,
she?
yep.
Perfect.
It's a nice little thing, but seeing Joe on Facebook between the trucks and that and everything, I'm just like,
Their daycare is gonna sponsor you next season.
yes.
I hope.
They just don't know it yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll wheel one. Wheel what? I guess he's talking about. Either way. So, the car is going to Dominion next year. Do you have any other recent news about new places the vintage racers will be going, since we're on that subject, before we get off into something else?
No. Winchester, trying to get some dirt rules together, tweaking that a little bit. Just trying to make it so more people are in the same ballpark and more cars are available to come.
Yeah. What's up? Landon Abbott, what is up? David Blankenship, I'll wheel one of the vintage cars. Yeah, what are those like? How fast does the fastest vintage car go around Dominion?
I don't know, but they can.
Those
be pretty
ground
quick.
pounders, boy, they're no joke. I mean,
Yeah, it's
we're
a
talking
horrifying
late
piece of
model
machinery.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, even some
mean-
of ours are really fast.
Yeah.
They're no joke. They don't have
They're all late
the
models.
downforce.
fast ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Chassis and
the 57 Chevy's on an older.
that was
Late
an old limited
model.
late model. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
It's got
Wow.
a juicy motor and
Nasty.
yeah.
Um,
It doesn't have that nose, that downforce. The first time Chet drove these cars and got out,
Yeah.
he was like, "No,
Well,
that's a race
I could
car."
feel the nose on.
But
I never
was
felt
saying
anything
like,
it.
man, you really feel the downforce, and the vintage cars don't have that. It really do snowplow, you know.
Mhm.
all right. So are you done with the rivals with your boy Doug? What was his name?
Doug.
Greg.
Greg.
No, it was
Couldn't
never
even
a
remember his name.
rivalry.
He's such
It
a
was
loser.
an incident. Let's not call it a rivalry.
No, fuck him. I'm calling. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry if your grandma is watching.
No, it's okay.
Or your mother.
She gets that way too.
Yeah, she does.
So what were you gonna say? Yes, more rivals.
Uh,
There's one more, obviously. Just lay it on the table.
he had some dirt track rivals a little bit. Cheddar did at Winchester.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Had someone's wife cussing at me or giving you the finger one night.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
His
that
wife
was
fingered
good.
you, dude. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
What is it?
Funny on the track incident one night, and I think it was during the heat race. Yeah,
Winchester. Yeah.
during the heat race, Chet's out there and doing his duty, and I think there was even mild touching or whatever. And Chet's got every right to be out there like anyone else. And I'm being serious though.
nothing wrong.
I know the mild touching right
The
before she
mild
fingered
touching
him.
was—that's how it
swear.
was. It was no dirt. Like in my mind, I think that's part
And he was
of
doing
it.
a duty out there?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Okay.
And they're coming off the track, and kind of everybody's slowing down and taking the right turn. And this dude pulled up beside Cheddar under yellow and just drove it right into his left rear. And in the dirt car, we had like 200 and some pounds of lead right there. And Cheddar's sitting there, probably unbuckling his helmet, takes a little bit of a blow and pulls off the track and comes to our pit. Well, the dude's car is destroyed now from hitting Chet after the caution flag, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's when we got the finger, and they come pulling in at us, and they had to go work on their car and try and fix it to make the feature. So that's when we got the finger, and they come pulling
There's a
in
little
at
bit of
us, and they had
popping.
to go work-
Sorry. Somebody said there's some popping in the.
That's probably me in the chair.
No,
all
it's
moving
a little bit of
around,
interference.
jittery.
It's a little bit of interference, but it's no big deal. I mean, it's not ideal, but you never really can chase them all. And I don't hear it in my headphones, so it's something in there. Either way, sorry I interrupted you again.
But back to Winchester, that is a place I feel like we've made a lot of friends and racing friends, and we weren't there long enough to have any like real rivals. Raced the hobby stock, kind of we moved around. Oh, we missed Eastside. We came past Eastside too.
Oh, really? On the way here?
So when we first built the dirt car, we didn't really call anywhere home. We went to Eastside and Winchester and back and
You
forth.
probably passed Eastside on the way to Shenandoah. The dirt track right there on the right.
It's also a
Waynesboro.
drag track. It's in Waynesboro.
I've never
Cool
seen it or
place.
noticed it if I did.
Anyways,
It's me. Don't
Okay.
I keep on forgetting.
so Winchester being close, good people there. Enjoy Winchester.
Yeah. That's who are your heroes though? If we're done with rivals, are we done with rivals?
All right. Yeah, I don't think I have many rivals.
All right.
We move on.
All right, heroes. Who's your heroes in racing locally?
Locally,
Don't give me Richard Petty or some BS. He
Yeah,
ain't
Dale
listening.
Earnhardt.
Yeah.
No. Locally, growing up, I guess it was really Dad.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
I know.
Hey.
RJ, that car, I watched that car forever. And then Sparky.
Is that his real name?
Yeah,
Richard.
Richard.
Is
Yeah.
he an electrician?
No.
No.
It's
He's
usually a
painter.
lot of electricians go by Sparky.
Right.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you've ever
right.
heard that. He's a painter.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be Drunky. Is supposed to be his name. And I don't know. I'll get the.
I feel like those would be Cheddar's younger days, though, when he was really little. Thank
Yeah,
you.
those were.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Um,
what about now?
I will
I don't
also
really have
say,
many. I really like Mike Looney right now.
Okay.
That's my hero.
Have you ever met him?
Not yet. I met his
Um,
crew chief and a couple guys off that crew. They're super cool.
What were you gonna say? Who's your or who's Chet's hero that you're gonna give him, or your hero? Either one.
Chet has the keen eye and remembers things and races and remembers everybody. And like from even when he was little, I can remember in the Shenandoah days when the street stocks would come from Southside.
Yeah.
And remember the red car? Was it number 11, Woody something?
Ellington.
There it is. So we're at
Man, it's
Southside
105 years
again.
old.
You know, step forward like another 5 years. We're at Southside. Chet and I would go there on Friday nights all the time after school, race to Southside to watch.
Yeah.
And I can remember one time we're there and I'm like watching, and Chet's like, this was little Chet, like maybe 8 or 10. He's like, it's Woody. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, I got Woody. Remember we parked next to him?
Woody Ellington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, he used to come out to Shenandoah?
He had a couple times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. So that's one of your heroes?
No, I just.
He just remembers.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how you got onto that.
I don't know either.
Who's
but
your heroes, Eric?
Yeah.
Um,
Get back to that. Me.
Woody Ellington's
Cheddar.
gonna love hearing that
For sure.
if he's can hear us.
Yeah.
And our sound is working fine. I'm in his hearing aid. Just kidding, Ellington family.
I don't know
Lovely
who my
man.
heroes are.
I raced against him in Grandstock. He was still racing that old 11 Grandstock until
Yeah,
he
that
passed
was
it
it
over
red?
to
That
yeah.
was the one in
that,
Shenandoah.
Red
that
11.
was the one.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, he passed it over to what's the guy's name that raced it for him for the last 8 or 9 races or whatever. But yeah, Woody Ellington's a character.
Cool.
Your heroes? Any?
Cheddar.
Yours is Chet. Chet's
Um,
my hero too. That's my answer.
Appreciate
I
it.
don't know. I like the old guys that are still doing it and having fun. Don't have to spend a bunch of money to have fun. So I see some people that are still racing, in vintage or not. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope I could do that. Just the working on them is the part we get tired of. It's endless work. I mean, those people that race know it's. And having 3 cars at the house right now is just a nightmare.
Yeah, y'all got a pretty big garage though, don't you have?
No.
No.
This is what we have.
Really?
We have a 2-car garage.
Hey, dude, don't talk about my garage.
Sorry.
Like that.
Ours is a little bit bigger.
Offended. This isn't a garage. This is a studio.
It is. Sorry. I didn't mean
Just
to
kidding.
let that
No, I'm
off.
joking with you, buddy. But yeah, so I guess y'all have to keep one outside then.
Well, or we have some outbuildings
Yeah.
that we put them in and stuff. But that's my wife's garage.
Yeah.
So her deal has always been, Mom is great. Her deal is if you're having a car in the garage, she'll give it up, but you have to be working on it. Like, you can't have a project just sitting there.
Yeah, it's not a
Like-
storage shed.
Right. That pisses her off. And so that's always been a good incentive, too. That's probably me going to kick
okay.
that over. that's always good incentive too, to keep moving. And so right now, Chet's car is in there. He's got the body off of it and motor out of it, and he's trying to. We're gonna paint it and just fix it up.
What color?
Thinking I'm gonna paint the whole chassis like a aluminum, like silver,
Yeah.
not gray, like a
Yeah.
silver. I don't know.
All right.
It's so greasy and disgusting. It needs a makeover.
So back to your dad being mad. That mostly just happens at Greg and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's funny. I haven't even said that name or thought of that name in a couple of years. He's from Carolina or something.
Yeah.
That's good though. Let's
Yeah.
keep that going.
What is Chet? This question's for you. What have been your 2021 highlights now that we're wrapping the season up?
I would have to say getting my car. That was a big deal, big thing for me.
Is it paid off yet?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
All right.
We got a long way to go.
Getting there.
Everybody Venmo Chet. What's his Venmo?
Yeah. It's hard to. I don't know.
All right. I got a different one.
Accomplishments.
Just
All right.
everything, being able to. That's me. So
Okay.
that's my bad. Sorry.
I don't
Distracting.
know. I can't name many.
All right. Who are your favorite drivers of each division? This question's for both of you. Starting with Bandolero. Do you know any?
No.
All right.
No, there's
UCAR?
UCAR.
We're such an odd bunch because
Yeah.
we're in the middle from, like, we really follow a lot of those Winchester people up north that the Southside people don't know.
UCAR.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know you.
And wow, is that so different?
Does it have to be present?
No. These are from all time
Okay.
and all tracks. Anybody local.
Jeez.
It doesn't even have to be local. You know what I mean? Anybody in the Virginia or North Carolina or anybody.
Go. Who's your top UCAR driver?
Jesse Jones.
Boom.
Jesse J. That's a good one.
Nope. Can't
And
double up on
I
answers.
like
You should have
Jesse
taken it when you had it.
because he's not afraid to travel, and a lot of times people. I get it if you're running points and you do your own thing and you're close to home, but Jesse was always ready to go somewhere,
Yeah.
and we had some good times.
He wasn't
with
ready to
him.
go somewhere. He was already there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Works on his own stuff, shredding.
Mechanic, though.
Yeah, that's a big
If
bonus.
he didn't work on his own stuff, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
You'd be like, what? He sends it where? All right. Favorite UCAR driver?
Jeez. I don't.
Don't sweat over it. You got hot sauce left. You don't need to be sweating right now.
Ooh.
I got 2 wings
Michelle
in there, too.
Willingham's Cheddars.
Yeah. I raced a lot with Michelle.
And we chased them. Those were fun times, too.
Those were fun days. Those Scott and we learned a lot.
I mean,
during
she won a
them.
championship at Southside in the UCAR,
Yep.
didn't she? I mean, that's a
Those
good answer.
were so fun when we used to come and watch. And,
Yeah.
man.
Me too, 'cause I think-
Southside's going away.
I guess I was in street stock at the time. I don't think I was in grand stock or anything like that yet. But
Yeah,
when
the
she was
gold-
doing all
the
that, I
gold
was
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. And it was that was a stacked class even back then. I mean, there was, Doug Stell, or not Doug Stell, but whoever he had racing for him at the time, and Michelle, and of course Chapman, and I think Jamie Height was off at the time, but still.
Here's a story for you. Chet, be a Chapman fan or not, I can remember for years
Doug Stell's watching. What's up,
when
Doug Stell?
we don't have very good internet at our house out in the sticks.
Yeah.
But when we go to town, funny, when we go to town, Carol's mom has better internet. And I can remember for years, we'd go there like on Monday nights. We'd have dinner, and Chet would always be in the back room on the computer, glued, watching Chapman videos at Southside.
Yeah, UCAR.
Those
yep.
in-car cameras. And he never got to race there. We had planned to go there sometime, but I can remember I come in from work, and I go back, and the lights are off in the dark, and little Cheddar's in there glued to the... Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, you already guessed, or you already said Michelle, but Chapman can be a considerable second place.
I was gonna mention him.
But you didn't, Chet. You just didn't.
You can't
so
bring it
you
out
hate
later
him.
either.
You hate him. You can just say it. He listens to this like on Tuesdays, so he's not gonna hear it for a couple days.
Okay.
But he'll probably laugh. All right. What about Legends? Y'all know any Legends guys? Legend race cars?
Oh, yeah, we know those well.
I'm gonna say mine quick.
Okay,
Just
go ahead.
'cause I'm gonna say Chris Lilly since
He raced at Shenandoah a lot.
yeah, he's won a lot. And,
Nice kid.
Yeah,
guy. I don't even know how
he's
old he
home,
is.
you know?
I've grown up with him at Shenandoah. I feel like too.
Oh, really? That's where he lives out there.
He lives in Shannon, or no,
I think he's,
they're south.
Yeah, they're
Prados,
close.
maybe.
I think so.
And
What
he
about
has
you?
won 1 million races now, but I still remember, because we've been in Shenandoah since it opened. I remember Chris Lilly's first win and watching them, like Cheddar. Cheddar had a lot of second places for like a year.
Is he your age?
No, he's a little older.
I was gonna say he's got to be older than you.
Right. And Chet was on the verge of a win forever, and even like season ended and didn't get it, like 3 or 4 seconds, you know, and like. So I remember Lilly fought that too, and I remember that when he first got the very first, I was standing right there by his dad when he came by, and I had to give him a.
He's got a lot of wins at Southside Speedway too.
Yeah, yeah.
Sad. We watched him a lot.
Yeah, I never saw him at Shenandoah. Well, I mean, I'm sure I have in the few times I've been there, but I've always seen him winning at. He's the only one that could ever compete with Tommy Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
At Southside. What was going to be your favorite Legends driver?
Don't know many.
Yeah.
Just pick Tommy Jackson Jr.
I was
and
gonna
call
say-
it
I was gonna say Tommy Jackson Jr. just because that's a friend of Danger's. So
a-
how
Yeah.
can you go wrong?
Yeah. What's up, John Miller?
Kevin Bush used to have that was one of our local Shenandoah guys that had a late model and Legend.
Yeah.
And like they were, not tons of money, but he and his dad, whenever they showed up with anything they had, they were going to be good.
Yeah.
So I always had respect for Kevin Bush.
What about street stocks or grand stock? That covers street stocks, grand stocks, Dominion stocks, all the classes that nowadays don't look like grand stocks anymore. But
We'll agree on this one.
I think we both got the same answer. You thinking? I'm thinking Mike Gano.
Yeah.
I know he's like he's a
limited-
Virginia racer
yeah.
now, but I remember watching him a bunch at Southside, and then he used to race.
oh yeah, I got my ass beat terribly by him 1,000 times.
He's a tough one to beat, I'm sure. Oh, actually,
I
he-
won
he
2
beat
street
me.
stock races, and then after he was gone, I won like 7 in 1 year. You know what I mean? Like once he was gone, it was no problem.
Yeah,
But
he actually won that Sunday race and the Virginia Racers this past year at Shenandoah.
He also, when Cheddar was younger, was there would show up with the Sportsman and a late model or
Yeah.
whatever, like 2
Both.
cars.
yeah. Yeah,
Real
yeah. I
deal.
mean, and he used to go from Southside Speedway. He'd go to Langley and race the super streets with the Camaro back when they used
Yeah.
to allow that or whatever,
Yep.
and win that race too. I mean, weld the bars back in and then cut them back out. Crazy.
Wow.
So y'all have the same answer there.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about? I guess Virginia racers would be the next category. You can't pick yourself. Mike Gano is the
We
best.
don't know anyone in that one
Yeah.
enough.
Carson Higgs says Mike Gano is the best mirror driver of all time, and I'm here for it.
He's a beast.
I don't know what he's referring to because I don't know if Carson Higgs has ever raced Mike Gano. Maybe he has. I don't know. Tell us more about that, Carson Higgs. But either way, elaborate on y'all's Virginia racer favorites. Can't be yourself, Chet.
I
Can't
don't know
be
any.
Chet for you
I
either.
guess I'm gonna pick Mike Gano again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know anybody.
He better watch this. That's all I'm saying. If he's getting two
Yeah.
of these double
we
categories,
threw this thing together late season, and Mike Gano used to race that car a lot in
Oh, really?
Sportsman years ago. Yeah,
yeah, I remember him. He had a few wins in Sportsman back in the day. I
a
wasn't sure.
lot more than a few.
Yeah.
Like he mopped asses.
Oh, I know. I mean, have you ever been to his shop? He's got all of his trophies.
No,
I mean, he lost a lot of them in a hurricane or something like that, but he's
Hmm.
still got a lot more than I do. I can guarantee you that. He still has hundreds, and he lost most of them. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
what's up, Diane Stallard?
that's our neighbor.
Yeah.
Neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She has internet.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Some
y'all's?
of them do. They're
Okay.
up on the hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's
We're-
got a
we're
big
in-
antenna sticking to the top.
We're in the sticks.
Yeah.
don't-
We actually have trees around us a lot too.
One nice thing is being in an attached studio here. I don't have any Wi-Fi dropouts like I used to sometimes with the detached. That's nice. All right, so modified. I'll go with next. Favorite modified drivers. Y'all seem nervous about these answers.
I don't know anybody.
Throw one out. Fuck
All
'em.
right.
Sorry, Diane. That was I said pluck him. He had a
You go
hair.
first. You go first.
Richie Evans.
Okay. Never heard of that one. Should I have? How long ago is that one?
Died at Martinsville.
Oh
old
my God,
school.
Eric! Too soon.
He's
Too soon.
like a legend.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't let him down, chat.
I'm gonna say. Jeez,
Like I keep on letting us down.
I can't even answer the question.
Late
Fowler.
model.
Thomas Stinson.
All right, cool. Late model. Real ones. Any of them. It could be Southside Speedway late models. It could be super late models. It could be the whole nine. It could be Barry. It could be Stephen Nassy. It could be whatever you want. It
Mine's
could be Chris
Lenny.
Dodson. Lenny Pond?
Mike Looney.
Oh, Mike Looney. Yeah, you already said that. My bad. That was your hero. What about you?
I don't want to pick. I don't know.
You don't want to, or you?
Yeah, I always pull
All right.
for the Virginia boys. I'm a mini Tyrell, and I like Mike Looney, and I want to see someone from the Old Dominion get it.
All right. I raced at Old Dominion.
That's
once. Well,
I
a
did
couple
too
times.
once.
Did you?
One.
Yeah, one
Mini
time.
stocks?
UCAR.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing.
Ray Steve Bray
No,
was
not
the day
anymore.
I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
2011.
Yep.
What's up, Ronnie? Okay. Who's your favorite NASCAR drivers? I meant to ask you that as well. I told you couldn't use it earlier, but
All right.
Well, I always liked the
Killing
King. I have Petties in my family.
Had a
My
sneeze.
great grandfather was a Petty, and so just growing up, we always had Richard Petty stuff around. and
yeah.
he did a
Do
few
you want a
things.
Richard Petty thing? Do y'all like merch and stuff? I got some Richard
Oh,
Petty
look
stuff.
at there. I liked Adam Petty and followed,
I
them.
think I only have Richard. I got a bunch of stuff in here. I try to give one thing to each guest, and I've told them that live on air, and I'm not going to lie to the guests. I mean, to the people watching. I have forgotten, and I have halfway forgotten, and they have halfway forgotten. Every time for like the past 4 or 5 guests. To get I'll be like, oh yeah, you can have that Michael Waltrip thing over there, and I forget to give it to him. And then his buddy comes over the next episode, and I'm like, I got to give it to you so you can give it to him. 'Cause and then I forget to give it to him, and I forget to give him his.
Do you have something free for us?
Yes,
We
I'm
brought-
supposed
we-
to have one for each guest,
brought you
and I tell them
something.
on air, I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you something, then I stiff them on the way out. But if you remind me, I'll do it.
We brought you something.
I have too much stuff. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It's not much.
Well,
I didn't know you had it.
Chet's letting him down already.
No, it's a lot.
Well,
Very honorable.
yeah, these are really hard to come by.
All right.
Even though I called
His
the
dick
show
in a
by
box.
the wrong name
Okay.
on the way in.
Yes.
Chet's like, don't call him
Extremely
Alex.
Yeah, don't do that either. But both of them are offensive but forgivable.
Tonight, you're the feature winner.
Ooh, let me have that bad boy. I appreciate that. That's good. Can it go right on the table?
Yeah, I had it set up there before we started, and Chet told me to put it down.
Okay.
Nice.
We should have rocked Chet. You were way wrong on this decision. We should have had that there the whole time.
Do you
I like
do you
that.
watch much dirt racing?
No, just
Me
be honest
too.
with you. I mean, some. But,
Right.
But no, I don't like. I
That's
don't watch
something that
much
we've
racing
gotten
in
into
general
more
right
in
now.
maybe the past 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
And aren't following NASCAR much. I'm not a hater by any means. I don't put on any racing, and
Yeah.
we watch when we when we want to sometimes. But kind of like that enduro race you were talking about being so long, I can't sit there for 3 or 4 hours.
It's too much.
It is, and that's one of the things I really like about the dirt racing is you can also get to the track at 5 o'clock, and they still get it in, and we go home at a reasonable hour.
Yeah.
But the whole deal with the dirt in December at the Dome and that kid Tyler Carpenter win, whether you're a fan or
intense.
not of him,
You have to
like
respect
just
him a
the
little bit.
story is really good. Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff racing
Repeat
needs.
winner too,
Yeah,
and not even because
Back
they
to
didn't
back.
do it last year. So it's really back to
Back to back.
nope, nothing, and then to back.
Right.
So it's not like he had a hot streak. Like he's obviously still good, still
Yeah.
relevant now. At least when he can compete, or when he's at a track where his car can compete, his equipment can compete.
well, I think this will help. He'll be selling some T-shirts after this.
I think he was selling them 2 years ago, but yeah, he's definitely selling a lot more now. I mean, anytime I see him on Facebook, I'm like, Jesus, this guy's like a celebrity, legitimately, and he is. And there was a bunch. I don't want to talk about it, but there's a lot wrong with Tyler Carpenter in a lot of people's eyes. He got in trouble for apparently sleeping around on his girl years ago. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
No.
I saw
I
some
know he's got
Facebook
5
comments.
kids.
Yeah.
Well, those are I think all with the same woman, his wife.
Ah.
Either way, I'm not a snitch. And I'm not here to. I'm a fan of the guy too, so I'm not here to criticize all of his negative points. But it is funny. You know, people find plenty of reasons to dislike him. I'll turn your mic back on, Tina, if you want to get in there. You just got to grab one of those blue fold chairs. Chet's about to eat hot sauce. You're gonna want to tune in. Tina's back. Our night nurse got the kids down. Let me crank it up a little bit so you'll be hot mic, Tina. Hot Tina's on a hot mic. Hot mess is what.
That's more like it.
Are you gonna do a hot wing and make Chet feel better about it?
I have a literal ulcer right now.
Tina's got
But yeah,
stomach
I will do
ulcers.
it. Fuck it.
She made that up right before this episode started.
I
No,
did.
it's okay. It's okay.
No, I will.
They're both gonna. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go.
I haven't missed one
Everybody
yet.
comment in and let us know if you want Eric to do the wing or Chet to do the wing or both.
I think they both have to do it.
I'm not. I'm driving home. I got a cup of coffee.
Oh, he'll definitely poop his pants if he's drinking coffee right now.
Do you need another? Do you need another body armor fruit punch in a can?
I'm good right now.
Wait, what sauce are we doing now?
I'll take one. I'll do it. I'll do the wing, whatever.
All right.
Which hot sauce do you want?
Oh no.
I'd say go all the way to the right. The Wicked Tickle.
Seriously?
I can't even do like Texas Pete.
Well, it doesn't even matter. Dude,
Oh.
Andrew Fuller had never had hot sauce until this show, and I gave him the hottest hot sauce that we had. And he champed it. He did better than I did. I ate it with him, but I'm not doing that tonight.
Why not?
I have a stomach ulcer, dude. See, I can make it up too.
You're scared.
All right, I'll go with the Neil's hairy ass. That one's not that hot.
All right.
The next day is not that bad.
Mm.
The night of is not that bad. Maybe I'll even do one with you.
All right. Let's do it.
See, he was fine with you doing the wicked tickle when he wasn't going to do it. Did you catch
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Yeah, I
He
did.
didn't commit
Caught
though.
that?
He didn't commit.
I was wondering if he was playing with me.
Yeah.
I'm worried he would touch this bottle.
No, that one's fine.
All right, chat. Are you ready? Are you nervous? Have you ever seen the show Hot Ones?
Yes, that's what I was kind of imagining what this is like.
This one's not going to be the last dab up there is obviously the final one they have on the
You
show,
have that one?
Yeah. but it's empty. Is that what you
We
wanted
did
to
it a
do?
million
I might be
times,
able to
though,
scrape
like,
some
it's
out of
not
there.
that bad.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, I got one hotter than that if you want to go big.
Wicked tickle is hotter than the last stab.
I don't do anything hot.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, settle down.
It's
You're
too
about to get
big.
yourself in another hot seat. You don't have to soak the whole thing or eat the whole thing, dude. Okay. Yeah, these are some big boys.
I can remember when Chet was little, even we were at some Mexican restaurant, and he capped the Texas Pete, and he was probably like 5 or 6, and looked over at me and his mom, was like, we were just like, here it is. And before you knew it, he
Losing
was
my
on-
mind.
He was on fire.
All right, Eric, do you have any last words for your
No,
courageous
just
son?
enjoy it. I hope he can.
Oh, he can hang.
I hope.
Eric, Eric, Eric. Everybody's saying Eric, Eric, Eric.
No way, I'm not doing it.
Talk him into it. Tina, will you keep up with those comments for me, please?
Yeah. It's
Everyone
really
knows me
Whoa,
too
way
well.
too much.
What?
It's really not. That one's really not terrible.
You can,
Wicked tickle.
Whoa! We're switching wings.
All right. Oh.
Okay.
Man. That one's mine.
This one's not that hot, to be honest with you.
It's not.
But
It's
compared
gotta
to
be
Texas
hot.
Pete, it's going to be fucking
It's
hot,
hot.
Chad.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Okay.
tolerable.
You just have to do one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
One bite.
Everybody knows the rules.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we can.
Do you have a fresh, do you need anything? Do you need milk?
Have a drink.
Do we need milk? Do we need Tina to get you milk?
He'll be fine. Did you bring this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he was prepared.
I gave it to him. It's a new sponsor of the show.
Nice.
I wish.
I
All
was
right.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, I guess.
We'll do it together. You ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
Oh, shit.
Ew.
Hard. This wing sucks.
Chomp
You're gonna
it
need
down,
that drink.
Cheddar.
You give a paper towel. Remember that? This is not even bad. Comparatively.
I'm not worthy.
Here, just smell it.
I can smell it from here.
What?
No way.
Yes. I can smell
This
Chet's
is really
plate.
not even hot. Trust me, usually I freak out and die.
I can smell Chet's plate.
Hot?
I'm doing all right.
He did a lot more than I did. I will give you that. When I transferred the sauce from wing to wing, I kind of
Yeah.
bullied you down a little bit
You
there.
did.
Yeah.
But
Eddie
Okay.
Kenny said,
Well,
through the
see, it
lips
wasn't
and
that
over the
bad.
gum,
No,
watch
it's not
out,
that
stomach
bad.
See?
hurt
not
comes.
that bad, guys.
It's
Easy.
really not.
So now next
You're
is
next.
the Wicked Tickle.
No, I am
I
not.
don't know if I want to go there today.
Okay. All right. Next time y'all come on the show, you do Wicked Tickle?
Yeah.
All right. Or once y'all start a podcast, I'll come out on y'all's episode. I'll do the Wicked Tickle.
Do it.
Y'all have internet that's too bad to start a podcast? Does that ever, like, accumulate to anything?
Our internet got worse even.
Yeah.
It's a whole story.
That wasn't bad at all. We should
Our phones got worse, and our phone service got worse.
What, did you switch to something?
No, we didn't switch, but we were switched to
Oh,
T-Mobile.
Bought out
I think.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everything was going to be better. It hasn't been.
Who was your favorite NASCAR driver?
Bubba Walsh.
Okay. Somehow I totally missed it. I don't know what I was
I
doing.
missed that too.
I don't even know what. Did you ever answer?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Did I?
Damn,
answer?
I missed half the show.
I would have to say Kale. I always liked Kale when I was like 5.
Yarborough?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You like Ed Hardy's car.
When you were
Yeah.
5, he was retired.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I always liked them Kale videos.
All right. Sorry, it was a little chilly in here too, by the way.
No.
The gas
I'm,
heat didn't
I'm
work.
pretty hot right
Shut
now.
Well, I didn't
Look
mean
at
now. You're doing fine. You're probably not as hot as you were when you got that huge
Yeah.
hickey on your neck. That's what I was gonna say. Botched it.
You got all excited.
Him?
You.
Me? Yeah.
Ooh, icky.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've gotten one. It's just like it's
Chet-
actually a birthmark. He doesn't have any.
Chet actually got one at Potomac Speedway.
Bud's Creek.
Really?
Yes.
How
It
old were
wasn't
you?
underneath the bleachers either. It was
dirt
during
race.
the race.
Oh no. How old were you?
14, 15.
Oh, okay. All right. He started racing when he was 10, so I had to ask. His first race was when he was 9.
At Potomac, there's a lot of these white, round, like sandy rocks in the track. And we stayed in a hotel that night because it was small car nationals, and like the qualifiers were on Friday. And we get to the hotel, and Chet has this big red thing. It was over here. And he was like, Dad, he's like, I got hit in the neck. Like a rock came through the bars.
Did it actually?
Yeah, and hit
Yeah.
him right in the neck, like
got me
right
pretty
below the
good.
helmet. Like couldn't have been a better shot.
Jeez.
Chet's face is sweating profusely.
I bet. I mean,
That's a good sign.
Trust me, it's not. Trust me, that one. I'm glad we did that one because I feel good. Usually I'm like the one like dying and I'm out of beer.
Ethan
too,
always
so-
takes the worst out of
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
He's got no tolerance.
Just 'cause she's Colombian, she acts like I'm supposed to.
I can't take anything either.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug? Do you have any sponsors before we check out that you want to hit up? You want to thank? What's on the back of the car? Is that left over from where you bought it from?
Is Mincy's Graphics.
Okay.
He threw me a little bone this year. He actually has a vintage car. It's a Pontiac Ventura. It's pretty cool. He does a lot of wraps for the car store guys.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Corey Heim, I
What's?
think.
Oh
They pull
wow.
him.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
What's your Venmo? If anybody wants to send Cheddar gas money or
Shoot, I don't even know.
tire money, I know I don't know any of my handles either. I'm terrible about it. At least you don't have a podcast, and then you
Yeah.
struggle to find them. I'm like, yeah, hit me up on Instagram. I don't know what it is, but find me. But
It's Chet Morris something.
yeah, if you type in chat and then Morris with 2 R's, you'll find them.
I didn't know this was a fundraiser.
Yeah.
That's great.
Could be.
Could be.
It's a
JDS.
sponsor opportunity if you'd like to sponsor Chet this upcoming season. He's a great kid. He can handle his hot sauce. Even he didn't mind licking Neil's hairy ass.
I'll even do another bite.
Ooh, he's gonna do it.
Wow.
Closing it out.
I'm
He's gonna drink me out of
impressed.
House and Home. Is that what it is? House and Home? That doesn't make any sense. Now that I
What?
think about
I
it.
just love how you've been here a month and the garage is so well
It's 2
decorated.
months now. Actually, I lied to you.
Well, still impressive.
Well,
Thank
the
you.
garage was the first thing to come together.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
the only
pri-
thing
top
that's decorated.
priority.
That's why I said you can only judge me by my garage, my bathroom, right
I
inside
mean,
there. But
I
there's
mean
no faucet.
House
studio.
is a shit
I mean
show.
studio.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
my bad. That was
My bad.
I doubled down with you.
You did.
But yeah, so other than my faucet that doesn't exist in the bathroom, it's nice though, huh?
Yeah.
The rest of the house, not so much.
Yeah.
But don't look at that on the way out.
Yeah,
all good.
it's gorgeous as long as you don't pass the threshold. So
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for driving all the way out. You can do it anytime. Obviously, you can come on anytime, but the drive is a little bit of a thing.
It is.
I'll set up a cot. Y'all can sleep in the studio.
Yeah.
Y'all can just sleep over. We'll do a 10 o'clock show. So I'm glad we were able to get it done a little bit sooner. Thanks for meeting me halfway. Because I know that you want to do more like 7. Normally I do 10. I was like, we got to work something out here. 8:30.
I miss a lot
right
of
in the
shows
middle.
because I do 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 8 o'clock. He's gone.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Normally.
Oh, yeah,
he's
baby.
8
Yeah,
to
I
5.
noticed the other day that you, I texted you at like 8:30 or 9, and you never texted me back. And then at like 4:40 in the morning, you're like, yeah, man. I'm like, Jesus. But I guess.
You better turn that shit off for guys.
Oh, you didn't
like
bother
that.
me. You didn't wake me up. I wasn't like offended by it. But
Right.
once I finally woke up and saw that you had texted me back, I was like, what time did you text me at? It was like 4:45 in the morning. I'm like, whoa.
Best time of day.
Yeah. All right. So you're an early riser.
Yeah.
Are you a morning person?
I stay up on Saturday nights during race season, though.
Yeah. What do you do? Just sleep in or not? Go to sleep?
Lots of coffee.
just suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends what we're doing, where we're at,
You a coffee head or you?
I'm an addict for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But, I never sleep in. If I do, it's still like 7:30 or 8.
Yeah. What time do how far away are you from your job? Do you drive far?
35 minutes.
Do you have summers off?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I save all my time. Get a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
time
yeah.
off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let it accumulate. What's
And
up, Michelle
I
Price?
bank a lot of
Michelle Williams.
overtime, too. Time, not overtime money, so.
Mhm.
Joe said earlier that he was extremely offended that you called her Michelle Willingham and not Michelle Price.
You know
He
what?
never said that.
That was because he was racing, at the time she was Willingham.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Don't think that I left that out.
Uh-huh.
That was well crafted.
All right.
I didn't miss that.
What's up, Steve Brady?
Steve Brady.
All right.
Yeah.
Do y'all have anything else you want to add? I know that we talked about angry dad.
No.
So mad all the time. He cussed me out right before this broadcast started. I didn't appreciate it. I'm joking, everybody, by the way.
No, just thanks our fans. A lot of people, you never know who's watching, A lot of times you don't see or know, and people give you the
JDS Enterprises.
curious about it.
Yeah, shout out to JDS Enterprises.
Proud
Shout
of
out
Cheddar
to
for all his work.
CBR
he puts it in
Farms.
for sure.
CBR Farms,
Yep.
Virginia Vintage Racers.
Yeah, but they don't have any money. And nothing to thank there.
Still, I forgot
on
I
the
had this
call.
hat on. All right, well, thanks, boys. I appreciate you coming all the way out.
Yep.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, you're welcome anytime. I will be tuning in and rooting for you next year for sure if you go to Dominion or wherever you go. I'm
And-
always rooting for the Chet. What were you
Thank
gonna
you.
say?
Tell us your plans. You got
Yeah.
anything in the box thinking
Me?
about? Yeah.
This. I'm doing it. What do you mean, driving?
Yeah, I mean, talk about the road course thing, or we could see you in that.
Oh, I'll do it.
He had planned to do the road
Yeah.
course this year.
I've been wanting to do it for 5 years.
I know,
Literally been
everybody-
said, like, I'll, even if I need to go, like, even if I retire my suit and everything, I'll go buy another suit just to do the road course race. But they scheduled, like I said, the one, I was in a wedding. It's my best
I
buddy.
got it, but apparently there's talk of maybe 2 of those next year.
You told me that, but
And I don't know about that either, but I would like to do that again.
yeah, but they're gonna do it on
Nothing.
like Valentine's Day and like fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I like that. It needs to be on a Sunday.
Valentine's Day on a Sunday coming up this
I'm
year.
just saying,
I was
like,
gonna say, you know that? Yeah,
no.
that's impressive.
I'm just saying, like, it can't be on a regular race day.
yeah.
Well,
You know what I
see
mean?
what you're saying. I know what
I'm
you're
saying, like, I want to do that and play, but don't put that on a regular Saturday
Yeah, and mess your
when
season
we're
up.
racing with the mods at Franklin County or something good.
I feel
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah, put it on a Sunday or make it before the season starts or after the season ends.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And I feel you too
Which
with
is
the
bad
December
timing for me.
thing. I mean, at the same point, every year I get really excited in spring for it to start, and then you get really worn out and tired and poor, and you want it to end. And then, like this year, the hits just kept coming. First, that Sunday race at Shenandoah, and then the bus
Oh,
racing
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and then last weekend. Never do we go this far into the year, like into December. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
As much as we love it, I'm tired. I'm ready to be done.
Derek Koch says May and December. Have they already published dates for?
I think they have already put out a schedule for Dominion this year, so it might already be confirmed that May and December are the 2 road course races. So I'll look into that, but I'm sure it's the 6-hour deal again.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I want
I
a
still
Crown
think there should
Vic.
be like a 25 lap.
Chet and I want a cop car for that.
I don't know who makes these decisions.
I don't
Does
know.
NASCAR, when they decide to do Watkins Glen, do they do this bullshit? No, they do
It could be a
Wait, it's a 6
roll
hour?
of the dice.
It's a 6-hour,
Yeah.
3-driver race. Or you can do 2. Cameron and Doug Barnes,
Yeah.
Air Doug, and Cameron Ruggles raced together. Instead of doing 3 drivers, they did Cameron, Air Doug, Cameron, and they won, which is great. Congratulations to them. But yes, it's 2-hour stint, 2-hour stint, 2-hour stint, 6-hour race with multiple drivers, switching out seats. Like I said, then you now have to practice. I don't know if there's a downtime where you switch out seats, so you don't have to do that competitively. How does that work?
That's atrocious.
So I'm saying, do you have to do that? Do you have to practice your changeovers, getting in and out of the seat fast?
A little bit. I mean, not much. You had 5 minutes.
They
and
had
you'd be
a
ready.
So there is
specific
a lot
stop
of-
times. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, in most cases, you try to get it where now Steve's car is prepared for that, so he's actually on a slider, and his back seat has tubes with a pin.
Oh wow.
It's legit.
Yeah. So
it's
there's
not
different
a-
size guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like roll cage slide where you can put like a
Oh yeah, I've seen
pin.
stuff like that, but it's never
Right,
adjustable on the fly.
right.
But we've made them before.
And then maybe sometimes you just put an extra cushion in there.
Yeah. Fill the seat up a little bit. Well,
Way to
you know
go,
what I'm
Derek
saying, though.
Koch, too, for scorching that UCAR. I was
For
proud
sure.
of him.
Yeah.
And Cameron.
Yeah.
Those guys that put him out there.
It's a different sport. You see what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Like it's like
Yeah.
all of a sudden like all these like
Right.
you know what I mean? Like the late model guys could get involved too if you just make it a 50-lap late model road course race.
That'd be
The
cool.
late model guys are never going to do this 2-2-2 bullshit.
No, right.
Right.
And
Like,
I
that's
doubt
some,
they
like,
would
trophy,
do the 50
or that's
lap
like some
thing.
chump car
That's
stuff.
like the Lemons style racing.
Yeah.
Which is,
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the whole, yeah, exactly, and that's why that's a different sport, and that's why when NASCAR goes to Watkins Glen or Sonoma, they don't adopt that style. They do
Right,
their
right.
NASCAR style race. One driver can,
The other thing is,
hold all the.
maybe from my point of view, like
Ability.
maybe the track is late season. Like, hey, we got to do something to look outside the box to get some money here, and let's throw this 6-hour thing together.
Yeah,
and-
my opinion is that's not the way to do it because
I
you only
know.
have 2 cars show up instead of what would have been, in my opinion, probably 9 or 10,
Well,
yeah.
including
The other
crews
thing is,
and
though-
families to watch. That's you're multiplying by 8 times. Not to cut you off, sorry. I feel like that was the craziest. Once I saw that, it was like literally all people could talk about were
Well-
whether we doing it or not, as opposed to if you just put 25 lap UCAR race at Dominion Road Course, we're all definitely doing it.
Yeah.
Who's going to be driving the car?
right.
It's like a
Well, and
30-minute
we're
race.
also just talking about 3 different things here, and maybe the Lemons appeals to me because I want to drive for 2 hours, and I want to see if we can
I
do
wanna
this,
see
the
both.
mule come up the rear from the slowest
Yeah.
and win it all.
I'm with you. I don't mind.
You know, I
I don't
like
hate
that
driving for that long.
endurance